Imagine, if you will, the impossible. Spending 10 whole seconds on Uranus, the seventh planet from the Sun. Picturing it? Now let's add some color to that thought. Just think of the icy, toxic atmosphere, the diamond rain, or the lack of a solid surface to stand on. And let's not forget those extreme temperatures and high winds. Exciting, isn't it? But don't worry, we're not sending you off without a spacesuit, so buckle up, space enthusiasts, as we embark on this wild ride. Our journey begins as we hurtle through the inky blackness of space, heading towards the icy giant, Uranus. The seventh planet from the Sun, Uranus is a staggering 1.8 billion miles away from Earth. That's equivalent to around 19.2 astronomical units, with one unit representing the distance from Earth to the Sun. Now, let's put that into perspective. If you hopped on the fastest spacecraft ever launched by mankind, NASA's Parker Solar Probe, you'd still be traveling for over 9 years to reach Uranus. That's longer than it took to build the Great Wall of China. As we traverse this immense distance, we're reminded of the sheer scale and vastness of our solar system, a vastness that's hard to comprehend. Just imagine all of human history unfolding over and over, century after century, while you're still en route to Uranus. And finally, after years of traveling, we arrive. But what would we find? As we descend into the atmosphere of Uranus, things start to get interesting. Our first encounter is with an atmosphere quite unlike our own. It's composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, but with a good mix of methane thrown in for good measure. This toxic cocktail gives Uranus its distinctive pale blue color, but it's not something you'd want to breathe in. Then there's the wind. Fast doesn't quite cover it. Imagine the strongest hurricane you've ever seen, then multiply that by 100. That's the sort of wind speeds we're talking about here, reaching up to 560 miles per hour. It's enough to rip apart anything that isn't securely anchored down. And let's not forget about the temperature. It's cold on Uranus, really cold. We're talking minus 370 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth, and it's constant, day in, day out. As if that wasn't enough, there's the diamond rain. Yes, you heard that right. Uranus's atmosphere is so high pressure that it literally squeezes carbon into diamonds, which then fall like rain. It's a dazzling spectacle, but not one you'd want to get caught in. And finally, the surface. Or rather, the lack of one. Uranus is a gas giant, which means it doesn't have a solid surface like Earth. Instead, it's a swirling mass of gas and liquid, with a small rocky core somewhere in the middle. But what would happen if we tried to set foot on this inhospitable planet? Well, brace yourself, because surviving even 10 seconds on Uranus would be, well, impossible. Now, let's unravel why. Remember those extreme conditions we talked about earlier? They're not exactly conducive to human life. First off, Uranus's atmosphere is a cocktail of hydrogen, helium, and methane. Not exactly the breathable air we're accustomed to on Earth. In fact, inhaling this toxic concoction could lead to suffocation in mere seconds. Then there's the temperature. With an average surface temperature of negative 368 degrees Fahrenheit, it's a bit chillier than your average winter's day. The extreme cold would cause your body to freeze instantaneously, effectively turning you into a human popsicle. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Uranus has no solid surface. That's right, it's a gas giant. So if you were to step foot on the planet, you wouldn't find a solid footing. Instead, you'd plunge into an abyss of high-pressure gases and ices. Not exactly a pleasant stroll in the park, is it? And let's not forget about the diamond rain. Yes, you heard me right. Diamonds falling from the sky. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Except these aren't your average engagement ring diamonds. They're formed under extreme pressure and temperatures, and they'd be more likely to shred you to pieces than make you sparkle. So, as fascinating as Uranus is, it's safe to say it's not the best vacation spot. So there you have it, a quick but thrilling journey to one of the most extreme planets in our solar system. We've ventured through icy, toxic atmospheres, braved diamond rain, and faced extreme temperatures and hurricane-like winds. Despite the excitement, Uranus is one place in the cosmos where survival is simply out of the question. But isn't it fascinating to imagine what such a journey might be like? If you enjoyed this cosmic adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until the next journey, stay curious and keep exploring.